Hi, so I'm Mr. Cadet, and if you've got students further up in the school then you'll recognise these videos. If you're not, if this is the first time you've seen one, the idea is that we send regular updates to let you know what your young people are doing in their futures lessons, because futures is the time when we talk about the kind of people we are in the world, the kind of people we want to be in the world, and I think it's the kind of thing that's useful for you to know. We used to do these videos once a week, but life's pretty busy right now, so we're moving to a system of once a term. So what I want to do is tell you a little bit about what they've done so far, and maybe give you a bit of a pointer as to where they're heading next. So Year 7, the work they've done so far has all been about transition, really. The idea that they're coming into secondary school and we want them to feel okay about doing that. And the big focus has been on the idea of perceptions, because that when we look back, we realise things weren't always as big as we thought they were. And we've all got events in life that felt big at the time and we now realise they aren't. And we want them to see the same about coming to school. When they start big school, it feels kind of scary, but when they look back, they realise it wasn't as daunting as they thought. And it's because there's a truth here that we all know. We as adults know that you live life looking forwards, but you understand it looking back. But that's not something that they've grasped yet. So that's something we want to really kind of emphasise. You've got through those moments before, so you'll get through this too. We then moved on to talk about how we do well when we're here. And we did an activity called a Space Cadets Challenge, where we told them about you're going to go on this mission to the future. It's 5 years journey through space. What sort of qualities would you need on board ship? And they come up with all these qualities of how they want that person, of how they're going to get along with each other on that journey by having certain qualities. And then we point out, well, if you think they're so useful, then you could just give them to yourself. And this is something I really want to emphasise, because we tend to have this really fixed mindset of I'm this way or I'm not. I'm confident or I'm not. I'm shy, I'm not. I'm brave and I'm not. I'm clever and I'm not. And we need to move to a more of a growth mindset where we recognise we can grow these qualities in ourselves. And so that's what we try to do in these lessons, is just emphasise to the kids that, okay, now you've said these qualities are useful, give them to yourself. And it's a simple case of practicing. When I put my hand up in class, I grow in confidence. The more I learn to contribute, the better I feel about doing it. What can you do at home to help with this? Well, I think one thing we could all do is, instead of asking people who they want to be, we do that a lot. What do you want to be when you grow up? Instead of asking them what they want to be, talk about who they want to be. And that might seem a bit constructed, a bit fake. You might not enjoy it. You might not get a great response. My son probably wouldn't tell me much if I said, who do you want to be? But what we can do is exemplify it through thinking out loud. When you see qualities that you like in people, think out loud. Narrate those things. Oh, I really love Dave. He's such a nice guy. I really love your Uncle John. The way he always makes a time to do this, or he always does that. By showing them that we champion and like these qualities, it starts to exemplify to them that actually that's what aspiration is. We should aspire to those qualities rather than those jobs. None of you go, I really love your Uncle John. He's got loads of money. We don't do that. We say, I really like him for these reasons. And the more we can narrate those things, hopefully the more they can become aspirational for them, and they can start to focus on who they want to be rather than what they want to be. So that's the kind of stuff we've been doing in Year 7. How we settle in, the kind of qualities that make us successful, and how we can gift them the qualities to ourselves. Hopefully that's of some use. Hopefully that gives you an idea of the kind of things we've talked about and gives you a bit of a way in to have these same sort of conversations at home.